The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
After Zoomies at the dog park, it's time for Drive Up at Target. In goes a big bag of kibble and one squeaky chicken toy for the good boy. Drive Up that's ready when you are, only in the Target app. Just tap Target.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Can the Eagles have a repeat performance in 2025? Welcome to Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, and you can also find me hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network, Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock. 90 minutes of sports talk, 90 minutes of taking your thoughts and opinions on all things trending in Philadelphia sports. And I'm asking the question today, will there be a repeat performance? Can there be a repeat performance in 2025? Well, this is a very general way to look at it. But I saw a question the other day floating around social media. How many current Eagles can go down on the all-time great Eagles list at their position? And it made me think about how many Eagles can go down as the greatest of all time at their position. And there are a lot of them, and we're going to get into this in a second. And I think we're in a special era of Eagles football, particularly possibly the greatest era ever in Eagles football, which will make it easier to have the opportunity to have that repeat performance of, at the very least, getting to another Super Bowl and hopefully winning one in 2025. You know, let's look at the Eagles roster. Can Jalen Hurts be the greatest quarterback in Eagles history? Argument to be made that he already is. You know, I was chatting with somebody about him, you know, on a Hall of Fame pace. And, you know, it's hard to say that. It's 4 years. But when you look at Terry Bradshaw's numbers, Terry Bradshaw never put, I mean, he did win the MVP one year in 1978. But the Terry Bradshaw never put up stud numbers. He just won games and then put up 4 Super Bowl championships and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He only threw for 51% completion. Jalen Hurts is every bit, if not better than Terry Bradshaw, and he's doing it the same way, leading his team, doing whatever it takes. He almost threw as many interceptions as he did touchdowns, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So Jalen Hurts already, being the only quarterback in Eagles history to take this team to 2 Super Bowls, already puts him in the conversation, if not as the greatest Eagles quarterback of all time. Plus all the leadership and culture things that we've already talked about. You know, Saquon Barkley, can he overtake Shady McCoy, Brian Westbrook, Wilbert Montgomery as the greatest Eagles running back? If he puts up 2 or 3 more great seasons in Midnight Green, yes, Midnight Green, then yeah, he absolutely could. A.J. Brown, is he going to go down? I mean, I was thinking the other day, is A.J. Brown on a Hall of Fame pace with his career? It's still a little early in his career. But can A.J. Brown overtake Harold Carmichael, a Hall of Famer, as the greatest Eagles wide receiver? Heck, Devontae Smith, can he be the greatest number 2 wide receiver? He's already the greatest number 2 wide receiver in Eagles history. Think about it. Devontae Smith already holds the record for most playoff receiving yards in Eagles history. Offensive line speaking, I don't know if Cam Jurgens will ever, overtake Jason Kelce, but Jordan Mailata, who PFF ranks as the number 1 left tackle in football right now, can go down as the best left tackle maybe when it's all said and done. Lane Johnson, there's an argument to be made that Lane Johnson is not just going to be the greatest right tackle in Eagles history, but may go down as the greatest right tackle in the history of football. And that's just covering the offensive side. I don't think Dallas Goedert would ever be able to eclipse Zach Ertz. But defensively, Jalen Carter, going down as the greatest defensive tackle or greatest defensive lineman in Eagles history, that's tough to go with Reggie White. But if anybody's been following me for a long time, they know I think of Reggie White as a Packer, not an Eagle, and more of a Packer than an Eagle. So maybe Jalen Carter can be the greatest now. The rest of the defensive line and edge rushers, I don't know. There's too many unknowns there, but there's some potential there. Linebacker-wise, Zach Bond will never get to Seth Joyner's level. But Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, who are the greatest cornerbacks in Eagles history? Eric Allen, obviously. In a short period of time, Asante Samuel. Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean absolutely can go down as the greats of all time. Now, I don't think any safeties or anybody else on this team. Jake Elliott is already the best kicker in Eagles history, surpassing David Akers, in my opinion. So can they repeat? Yes, because they arguably have 5, 6, 7 guys that are already or going to be the greatest at that position in this team's history. They've already got the best coach in Eagles history, the only coach, just like the only quarterback, to take this team to 2 Super Bowls. So I think this repeat performance conversation is valid in the sense that this team is littered with the greatest of all time in this team's history. They've got the potential to have right now on this team Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Jalen Carter, all very young in their careers, but are all on an upward trajectory to Hall of Fame careers. So repeat performance? Absolutely. Great culture? Absolutely. We'll be talking on Trend in the AM about Nick Castellanos and his issue. The culture thing with the Eagles compared to the other teams in the city. It's pretty special. Guys, repeat performance is actually very, very, very possible. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown, the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. Make sure you check out Trend in the AM. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the Phillies NBA draft today. Make sure you check it out. It's linked below. Please subscribe. Guys, everybody have a great day. Go Birds. And bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at Polestar.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.